Welcome back to my channel. Today is the second day of pre-Christmas purging. So usually before Christmas time, I like to go through a lot of different areas and purge whatever I can. And today is my son's room. So he actually normally keeps his room pretty darn picked up. He does a pretty good job with it. And so he has informed me though that there are some toys that he is more than willing to purge. So we're gonna go through his and we're gonna get that going. All right, he's here to help us. He is so excited. Haven't you been asking for this? Mm-hmm. And his face is still dirty from lunch, so I'm gonna have him go wash that real quick. All right, so here is the before of his room. It's not absolutely horrible, but it's definitely way messier than what he normally keeps his room. He usually does really good. So this over here is just his dirty clothes bin. This section of the room, I feel like, is always the mess though. It has these bigger bins and the 9 cubes just not getting utilized appropriately. Part of me wants to take the 9 cube out, and then the other part of me doesn't know where else to put it in the house right now. So we're gonna leave it. His bed is all freshly made. I always like to, when we do a room, make sure that the bed is made so that I could set stuff on it. And then usually, all these bookshelves that are on his bed, he doesn't really utilize. Usually they're completely empty. He has started putting some toys up there, so I'm kind of happy to see that. He has his little Hallmark Christmas tree up there. And then way up here, these are his different pictures. Those are definitely staying. We just got those. Down here in the corner, for some reason, they have brought up their Unifix cubes for school, which they know is supposed to stay in the schoolroom. So we're going to get those back down there. He's got his little bear chair, and then these tubs have random toys in it, and so I just need to consolidate and get rid of some of those. And then over here is the part that actually keeps his room completely organized, and he does really good with this. So what you're looking at is a bookshelf I thought up in my mind and my husband made for us, and so it's perfect. Each of these bins have different purposes. So there's like a Cars bin, there's a Nerf bin, a Wooden Blocks bin, PJ Masks, superheroes, costumes, and so it all works really, really well. And then he usually keeps his books here in the middle, but we're gonna see if we can utilize this a little bit better. So let's see. Beckett, do you have some toys in mind that you're going to purge? Purge means get rid of. You're going to donate. Do you have some?
Few.
You have
what's quite in that bin?
They're the ones down here. So what he is talking about here is he has 3 drawers. So this is all magic tracks, and I like that they stay in a drawer together. And then this he keeps nice and organized too.
I organized it.
Yep, he organized it. He hadn't played with any of these toys for months, and then finally this last week he started playing with them. So we will see what we will purge. The first thing I want to do is get the stuff up off the floor and Alright, so it looks like these are just a whole bunch of random things, so I'm going to dump it into one so that we're just working in one space instead of 2. And now I have this empty bin. This is going to be where we put our donate items. So there's plenty of things that have fallen behind this bed. So he is just squeezing back there for me and getting it all out. He even found his Batman back there. It's funny because I even see like his sister's tights are back there and stuff like that. So all this mess is not his own, but he's gonna help me get it all cleaned up.
Hello.
You're silly. All right, I'm going to have him move this bear chair and get anything that's behind there also. So I don't want any toys hidden anywhere. See, he had a couple of them behind there. I don't want any toys hidden anywhere. I want us to touch almost everything in here to make sure everything is a keep or a donate. I also, over here, have a trash bag out for any broken toys or anything that's not appropriate to give to another kid. So we are going to pick up this section. This is the hard part about cleaning with kids. They find everything they want to play with, and so they take many breaks. But my goal is we are done in under an hour in here. Do you think we could do it? Under 1 hour? All right, we gotta stay focused. Uh-oh, he thinks 2 hours. I say under 1 hour. All right, is there anything in that bin that is going to donate?
I forgot to say my 20 more.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's making sure everything has a place because I tell him all the time everything needs to have a place, otherwise it's going to be a hot mess. So we have a completely empty bin over here, and then he has a very organized bin here. Now that we have an empty floor like it should be at baseline, now we can start moving up here and over here to his 9 cube. So that's what we're gonna get going on. All right, so we're gonna start over here on the 9 cube because they're all big things, so it's a quick yes or no. Keep or go?
Keep.
Keep or go?
Keep.
Keep or go?
Keep.
Okay.
I like that.
Pirate ship, keep or go?
Well, the stuff is downstairs, so keep.
Okay. You have your voice changing mask, keep or go? Okay, what's in here? We have a few Lego things, which we have to find the rest of. All right, magnet tiles, we have a whole bin. These are definitely a keep. We absolutely love those. And then this is his little artwork he made for school, and I know he wants to keep that, so we'll try to find a special spot to put stuff in. This is a lot like this. Do you think we could get rid of the smaller one and keep the bigger one?
No, because I can't find mine clean. Because they won't go with mine clean.
Okay, we'll see. All of these cars that are in here, though, can go over in your car bin. So can you take this over there? Well, if that bin gets full, that means you have too many cars. All right, so he's going to consolidate stuff how they're supposed to be. All right, all his Batman stuff is definitely a keep, and so we'll just try to consolidate that into one area. So right now, I'm not even doing tons of organization either. It's a quick go through and try to get rid of as much as we can. This is completely empty. These are Duplo blocks. Do you think we need these?
We do. Because if we need big blocks, we can get them.
Do you play with them enough?
Well, they were in the basement, and I brought them up to play with them, so I think I do.
Okay, so I will let him have this for now, meaning he just recently searched them out. We used to have them down in our homeschool room to keep the youngest one busy while we were working, but if he doesn't play with them in the next month, then they will be donated also. All right, then they have a little leapfrog book and all their books. That stays nice and organized, so that can keep. We have another empty bin here, so that's really great. And like I said, magnet tiles are staying. So this section we have already gone through, and that was only like 2 or 3 minutes. All right, now we're gonna move on to the top of his bed because that's a really small section and it'll be quick to get through also. So the next section that we're going to do is the top of his bed. It needs dusted too. So I'm going to spray. I absolutely love the Method All-Purpose in grapefruit. So I'm going to, and in Honeycrisp Apple, both of those are just good. So I'm going to have him dust over there as we go through things also. Alright, so we're going to get all of his stuffed animals and we're going to try them up top and see how that ends up going. This is empty, so I'm going to move it to the side so we can either use it for things or we can get it out of his room. So these cars are the Steak and Shake cars. And you put both Mickeys in there. There you go. Can you dust the inside top one? You see that? So a lot of times I like having them involved in this process because it teaches them responsibility. It lets them know that they're responsible for their own space. Even the dusting is something that he can be doing. So there's no use of me crawling across his bed to get to this area because he can be hands-on. And also him going through to Purge with me is teaching him that it's okay to get rid of items, to donate them to other kids that would enjoy them still, and that they don't have to absolutely keep everything. And so I'm trying to teach them at a young age that this is a very good thing to be doing. All right, so we are choosing, he has some Lego sets, so we're choosing that that would be good behind these closed doors to keep them nice and organized. And then he has slippers he's putting up there. And then do you want to put your little blankie over there? All right, so there's a little section underneath here that had a few more random things that he's picking up, and then we are going to just quickly look at the big things that are on this shelf to say whether we want to keep them or not, and then we'll get into the smaller sections. All right, Batman car, automatic save. This Batman car, automatic save. What's under there with the Batman car? I see them back there in the corner. What are those?
I keep them there.
Oh, okay. So that is the remote control to this Batman car. So it is a keep. All right, this fireman truck behind you, keep or go?
Keep.
Okay, so he wants to keep that.
Some car in it.
This PJ Masks floor puzzle, that's a bigger thing, keep or go?
Keep.
Keep?
I want to keep that.
All right, so we have two mats here. They're both car mats. Are we keeping or going? Do we need two? You need two of them?
Because I have a lot of cars. I'm going to get 4 and then I have another one.
All right, so for now, I will let him keep them, and then we'll kind of dictate as far as if they have a good space. They're kind of tucked in there right now. This Fisher-Price airplane, keep or go?
Keep it.
Okay, this little tin box, keep or go?
Yeah.
Batman mask will be a keep. These little decorations are keep. Do you want to keep all these men?
Yes, and my trophy because I own that.
Okay, so he already donated one of these men before we even started filming. Alfie, do you want to keep or go?
Alfie, I want to keep.
He got rid of this little blue man already. All right, so that is all big items except for your teddy bear chair. Keep or go?
Keep.
All right, so I think we are literally just going to take it bin by bin and see how many things we can take out. If they're broken, it's an automatic go. All right, so first bin is kind of a builder bin. What do you want to do? Keep or go?
Keep.
Okay. Blocks, keep or go?
Mostly everything in here I keep.
All right, I'm also making sure while we do this that everything that is in here is part of the set, and it was. So he wants to keep it all, and it fits in this bin very nicely, so I'm going to let him. Next is his, it's supposed to be a Nerf bin, but as you can see, there's a few things in there that is not Nerf related, so we will get them put in the category they belong. That bin is done. If we find more Nerf or magnet things, we'll put it in there. All right, the car bin, I'm going to wait for a little bit because that's his biggest category. So we're gonna come over here and we are going to look. This is supposed to be a transformer bin, and I already see a Nerf ball in here. So we're gonna organize. This is a transformer. Do you have any other transformers that you know need to go in here?
Bumblebee.
Where's Bumblebee? That one is done. We know he is missing his Bumblebee transformer. So he will be coming along here shortly. He is going to look for Bumblebee Transformer for us. And then this should be all his PJ Masks stuff. So, anything that is not PJ Mask gets out of here. Alright, he has a little character that was just sitting on his shelf, so I'm going to get that back in with PJ Masks. He went and found Bumblebee for us and a few PJ Masks characters that were over in his sister's rooms. Alright, so this bin is all superheroes that we're going to go through. So Buzz Lightyear will find a different section to go in because he's not a superhero. So I'm putting him to the side. But otherwise, we're going to make sure none of this is broken. I'm pretty positive it's not. And we're going to go through and make sure that's the only thing that's in here. Everything superhero goes back in. Are any of those cars behind you a superhero thing, buddy? Alright, so he has one more Batmobile that is going to go right in here with it and back on the shelf. Oh, two of them. He found one more and he's going to put it away where it belongs. We are going to do costumes next. So anything that is not fitting him anymore. I know we just donated quite a few of them. Put them right up here, Bubba. Anything that doesn't fit him anymore, we're going to get rid of. And we had just donated quite a few of them to family friends just on Halloween, and so I don't know if he has any more that doesn't fit him, but we're gonna try. And I'm gonna go ahead and put his Batman Christmas hat in here too, because he can easily see where it's at when he wants to play with it. So those go back on the shelf. Alright, so he just realized Buzz Lightyear can fit down in this extra bin. I think he can come up here and he can get Alfie in that bin, and I think he could put that little talking stick in the bin. Alfie. And then I also think that that drawer is a good place for the two car bats. So I like it that there is nothing. There's one.
I need to take out some stuff to make it.
Here's two. Put these underneath them then. Alright, so we found places for that. I like these bins that there's nothing else around them. That when he slides them in and out, nothing's going to be falling on his head or anything. We purposely made this the width that we did because I already had these bins to use for it. So I am going to, when we get all done, move these bins out and dust everything. So all we have left, we need to find areas for that stuff. We went through this bin and this bin and this bin. We already said yes to that. The costume bin is done. We need the cars bin out, and then we just need to do this little middle section. So he doesn't have much left. All right, get it up there, buddy. Uh-oh, they're all flying. That tells me he has too many.
No, it's not.
But I have to say, this kid plays with these cars every single day. So if he ends up keeping them all, that is fine. Because even his siblings play with him all the time. And so they're not going to waste, that's for sure. So, all right. Let's get going on this bin.
I have no cars.
All right, I think our best bet is to just dump this out. We are going to look for... All right, if they're keep, put them in here. Some of these cars were his dad's when he was a kid too. All right, we went through all the cars and we only found one broken one. We are really good if they break, which it usually takes quite a bit to break these, that we throw them away right away, because usually if they break, it means it's sharp and it can cut somebody. So this one he just doesn't play with enough. This, I went ahead and I went through this bin too while we were at it. And so all these are things we are going to get rid of. Next, we are going to go through his bigger cars and his monster trucks. So let's line up your monster trucks and see if there's any that you just don't play with. This tractor I'm going to put in with the other tractors.
I put it already.
All right, let's line all this stuff up and see what we've got here, buddy. All right, I'm going to get charades out of here. Charades for kids. If you guys don't have these, my kids absolutely love them. This is a little game or puzzle pile, so I'm going to put it there. All right. That one can go?
Because they put it in broken.
Okay, we're going to put it over here with donate stuff. All right, anything else? These 3, do you love?
I love them.
Okay, all 5 of these, do you love?
But I still like them. Oh.
You love them all? You want to keep them?
And
then what about this big one? Do you think you need this big one?
Wait, yeah.
You want to keep it? All right, so he got rid of 1 out of all these. And then the question is here, buddy. We haven't really used this semi in the last year. You haven't really put any cars in it, have you?
Well, when I'm up here, I play with it.
You play with it?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think... That's okay. If you play with it, that's fine, buddy. Do you think that that can go over there on one of the shelves then? Does it fit perfectly? And then I kind of liked how you had these lined up, so you can line them up underneath it on the other bookshelf. We did find quite a few trash things. There was a broken toy, so that got thrown away. And then I'm going to take these over to the donate.
I found one broken. So, sometimes the wheel.
Do you want to keep it or go?
Oh, I guess I can keep the little one.
Okay. All right, so now we are going to focus just on this section. I have the bookcases over on his bed that I could still use. So I'm going to try to think, I think this one, are you for sure keeping this? Do you think it can go in your drawer underneath? Will it fit? Open this was supposed to go in that drawer too. So let's open your drawer and let's put those 2 items in there. We are going to go through his books here. He does not have many. His sisters have a lot in their room, and I'm pretty sure most of these are going to be keeps. All right, so we went through all his books. I like to organize them by height, and then the ones over here are the ones that he can read. So I like to put those separately so that he can easily grab them out and read them. So what we're looking like, I've dusted all this and everything is organized and exactly where it should be. We have a huge shelf that is completely open. All his costumes fit him. He's got his little reading area over here. Okay, so we are all done with his room. He said he really loves how it is. So this shelf is still being underutilized, but it is holding some of the bigger pieces. So I'm going to keep it. Back there in the corner is where the Duplos and the magic tracks are. And then I moved his hamper over here so that it's not in the middle of the walkway. Over here on his bed, he has all his stuffed animals. Behind that closed door, he has his Legos and his slippers. And then he has some of his cars. Over here, there's nothing behind the bed anymore. We got all of it out. He has his little reading bear. And then everything that are in these bins are organized and in the correct bins. They actually were not too bad to start out with. He does a very good job with it. And we got rid of a few things, but not many. Really, no toys were broken. All his costumes fit him. His books are organized. And on the right side is all that he can read independently. And then we moved these two Batman and Transformer things over here. He has to have his hockey trophy right in the middle. This drawer was originally empty. We put a few big things in there so they're not taking up weird space. This drawer is the same as before. He did get rid of one thing. And then he still has his Magic Tracks drawer. So everything has a place. He's very, very happy. And he's very excited to be in his room to play once again. All right, here's the stuff we're getting rid of. It's not tons. We will be adding to this when we do the girls' room. It's just stuff he just doesn't play with enough, or he's kind of outgrown a little bit. So I'm proud of him for getting rid of as many items as he did. I'm sure there'll be a lot more in the girls' room though. All right, there it is, the end of today's vlog. It was purging my son's room before Christmas. So there wasn't many toys that were broken or to get rid of, but he did a really good job. Everything's organized, everything has its space, so I feel good about the amount of stuff that he has. And he even has some open spots for anything that he might get from Santa for Christmas. So make sure to like. Also make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. There'll be more decluttering prior to Christmas. And also comment down below, do you guys do a pre-Christmas purge? Do you include your kids in it, or do you just go through the area and you do what you feel is necessary? There was definitely probably 3 to 5 things that I would have gotten rid of if he hadn't told me no. But that's not too much of a difference here. All right, all the kids are in here. They're ready to play. All right, bye.